to offer, but back for more of the extended experience. Just kind of how was it this time, just this whole trip?
I mean, it was great this trip. I mean, still got a chance to learn something new, which is honestly something that was very surprising to me. But like at the end of the day, you really can't be surprised. This prestigious school. Got to learn more about like the engineering school, which was great. Got to see like the good tweaks and everything about that. Even got a chance like with cooking, like culinary. I know it's going to be a big thing coming into like school and everything. So teach you how to do that, learn how to do that. That's something great to learn.
What was the major highlight? Like you said, they throw a lot at you during these visits. So you said you learned some stuff that was new. But overall, what was the major highlight for you?
Honestly, I would say really just getting a chance to hang out with players in general. I know I've been down here, got a chance to hang out with them from time to time, but really like this weekend getting a chance like even just outside of the facility and everything, just one-on-one time seeing what they do on their daily lives. I think it's been a really good thing just to kind of see how college life is.
And obviously you're committed to Florida already. Were you kind of recruiting this weekend? Anyone you're kind of working on as far as trying to convince them to go to Florida too?
Yeah, most definitely.
Who are you trying to work on?
Trying to get my man Solomon in. I know he's over there at FSU, but we'll see what we can do about him.
After this weekend, how do you feel about Florida's chances with him? Obviously, you guys know each other, but just how do you feel? Like, where do you think Florida fits in the mixing room? How confident are you in Florida?
I feel like it will be a pretty good fit for him, and I feel like I'm pretty confident in him as well. I feel like he really is enjoying the experience here. He really is having a good time. Hopefully we can be able to get it in.
Yeah, man. Last thing for me, real quick, man. To talk, I know you're at Stanford last weekend. When's FSU? Is that the 21st?
21st.
Just where's your recruitment standing now? I know you've been committed to Florida for a while, but obviously you're still taking visits. Just kind of wrap it all up. Where are you at right now in Florida, and how strong is your commitment?
I mean, my commitment's still strong. I was just usually I was taking these 3 official visits to kind of figure out where I am like with it. I wanted to take these to kind of evaluate the schools and see where I am at with them. I was like, just depending on those, that would kind of be able to help me.
Stanford and FSU, is there one school out of those two that's kind of giving Florida the best push? I know you're solid with Florida, but one of those two schools kind of, have the best leg up on the other one? Or?
Not really yet. I mean, just because I didn't get a chance to go to FSU yet, I got the chance to go to Stanford last week. So kind of like trying to see what also FSU even has to offer, even though like that was my first time going to Stanford.
Gotcha.
So yeah. Cool.
Talk a little bit about, the compare and contrast the Stanford official visit to this one. What's some of the things the two schools do differently?
I would say with Stanford, I know it's more of it's more of an educated school, and that's one thing you already know, like one of the most educated, like as far as going football and education. Those are the two top things that they pride themselves in. I know that was the one thing that Stanford really pressured on was like more than just the 3 to 4 years, but also the down to life, like 30, 40, 50 years. I know here it's just always been like a personal connection with the people. That's one thing I've always loved and have been able to experience here.
Who was your player host this weekend?
I had Cameron James.
Okay, and what's his message to you about Florida and where they're headed?
His message to me has been how it always has been. I mean, I've got a chance to be down here with him before. He's really just been like, this would be a great place to be. I know when he said most of his relationships here, he said those are some of the best guys he's ever met with, and like that's one of the great things about college is like you make those personal experiences with not even just the players, but even the coaches as well. And like those are things that you can have to last for a lifetime.
When Jeremiah McLeod committed, he talked about you being one of the reasons, just being in a class with you. What's your guys' relationship like, and what's it like to spend some time with him this weekend?
I mean, it's great with us. I mean, we end up playing each other from time to time anyway. So like he played Gaston County on that record. So it's always been great. I know like trying to get him to come in. I remember talking with him. I was like, yeah, I mean, going down here, like, the relationships are like no other, because he said his mom loved it anyway. So I was like, yeah, man, I mean, if you really want to make that decision, go ahead, because, like, the people here are great. The relationship you're going to have with the players are great. They're going to treat you just like family, and that's the one thing I told him.
What's it going to take for Florida State to flip you in 2 weeks? I mean, put a number on your Florida commitment from 1 to 100%, and what's it going to take for you to go somewhere else?
I would say, like, with me right now, like, I feel I'm very confident with Florida, honestly, right now. And it's like, for Florida State, I don't know what it would take. It would just, I'm not sure what it would take, but it would have to be something.